We have guests from Australia. Welcome to Germany.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
How do you feel being so far away from home? I think it's 14,000 kilometers linear distance. It's a very, very long travel.
We usually go by hours in the flight most of the time because that's usually how we count how far away we've gone. But it honestly, Germany feels right at home. You know, most of the time there's great food, very lovely people, and the weather's been amazing. So it's like feel like we haven't gone too far from Australia.
What's the best thing you've eaten so far?
Oh, Stephen could top that off with the plum he had the other day.
I had it was a plum, like a plum crumble sort of piece of pie. And, that was so good. But then it's like the sweets and the pastries are just like absolutely amazing. Like I walk into a shop just thinking I'm going to grab a coffee. And I'm going to leave with that coffee. Nope, I leave with 6 pastries in hand and just like regretting life afterwards because I'm just like, I just feel like such a blob. But I do it again the next day anyway. But then also, the schnitzels here are incredible.
I hear
Have you had a
often.
schnitzel yet, Josh? You've had...
Yeah, I've had like 2.
Oh, mate.
And I did not regret it. I'm going to have 30 by the time I've left this place, by this building.
I'll be counting.
No, it's the food is incredible here. I had currywurst as well, which was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we're stoked.
Everybody loves schnitzel. So we know what we can do when you come back the next time.
Honestly,
exactly.
If we have water, I mean, we're pretty stoked about that. So we're pretty easily pleased most of the time.
I think nearly everybody knows your first single, Summer is a Curse, but I guess not everybody knows the guys behind the song. So maybe you could describe yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Sure. Do you want to go first, mate, or do you want me to?
Oh, you can go first.
I can go first? Okay, I'll go first. My name is Josh Raven. I'm a singer, and I love to write music and, yell into magnets. I love books. I love reading. I sit in the bath a lot and read as well. I love candles, scented candles, best thing in the world. Stevie actually got me one of those recently. It's very sweet of him. And I love food. I know I'm a pretty simple guy. A lot of people think I do overthink things a lot, but I'm a pretty down-to-earth, simple dude most of the time.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
My name's Stephen. I play bass and keys. I like going to the gym. I like exercising.
Sounds like a dating website.
yeah.
I like long walks on the beach.
I like outrunning our manager Rob every morning on tour. It's a great time. What else? I just like hanging with the boys. Any Marvel movie is great except for Ant-Man.
Oh,
So like I love
Ant-Man.
all the Marvel franchise movies. It's like the greatest movie franchise ever. Except Ant-Man.
I'm glad you said that.
It's like
we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, it's just doesn't
it's
it
the
seem a little
worst.
unnecessary?
There's no central premise to it. It's just this guy can get really big and go really small. It's not fun. It's not like Spider-Man who's exciting or anything. It's just
The new Spider-Mans though are great. The new when Marvel took over Spider-Man was like the greatest day of my life. The new movie is great.
Hey, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man will always be my favourite.
The emo Tobey Maguire
Yes,
in Spider-Man
when he goes to
3
Venom,
holds a special place in my heart.
Love you, Toby.
I'm so glad to talk to you right now because one reason I ask is you do not have an article on Wikipedia.
Oh, we've had this mentioned
We
before.
have had this mentioned.
And yeah, even Rob's like, wow, we should do that right now. And before someone else does it as well, because like, who knows? But like, yeah, I mean, was it a couple of days ago we had it mentioned as well?
Yeah, we've had it mentioned to us a few times.
We got to get on top of it. It seems like a lot of people are going to the most factual place possible, Wikipedia, to find out from us. So
Yeah.
We've got no excuse. We can do it in the van on the way to the next.
Yes.
We're actually stuck in traffic for about 50 minutes or something. A long time, just dead still.
Yeah, you should
chilling
have
on the
used that time
autobahn.
to create one.
Exactly.
What are we doing with our time,
we
man?
got we got no excuse. We actually whipped out the hummus and crackers, and it was a good time. Josh was drinking milk.
Out of the carton, yes.
Out of the carton on the autobahn, just lying on the street.
What else are you going to do? I've got a shirt that makes me look like a finish line, so I may as well pretend to everyone I may as well meme everyone and be like, "Hey, traffic's not over yet." So yes, it was good. We make use of our time here at the Faim.
Exactly.
But you don't need an article on Wikipedia because most of the time it's just a lie about everybody. I think we asked several guys who came here and they say it's all lies on Wikipedia. Don't believe that.
Let's break the barrier and let's put the truth on Wikipedia.
What do you want to be in it?
I don't know.
We're going to break barriers. Oh, I don't know how we're going to do that.
I'll be what I am, and that's a spider or a praying mantis. Either that on Wikipedia, and Stephen can be... What would you like to be on Wikipedia, Steve?
Oh, gosh. If I could be the truest person of myself, like, we just say... We'd be like, we're a band... Yeah, pastry. We'd be a band of food critics.
Yeah, we would.
Traveling the world, playing music and eating food.
Yes, it's the life.
Sounds good.
We don't actually tour and play music. We actually just tour and eat food. That's what we do.
Well, maybe there would be the question to explain on Wikipedia, why do you choose the name the Faim?
Well, on a more serious note, the Faim is actually, it's a good representation of our passion for music. It means the hunger in French. And for us, that's kind of our never-ending drive and never-ending, basically insatiable desire to just push our music, our message, our story, and our vision out to the rest of the world. And for us, that name is going to be relevant to when we're, 80 years old, 100 years old, or just whenever. It's never going to change. It's never going to evaporate. So that name for us is everything.
How has your life changed and work changed since you hit the charts and since you live your dream being a musician traveling around the world?
Well, our life and work has definitely changed in being that we spent a lot of time in Germany. Which is
Good
amazing.
choice.
It's a good start.
Yeah, Germany has been so embracing of our music, which is incredible. You guys were the first country to pick it up on radio and have just had the absolute strongest reaction to it. And it's just incredible to see it all grow in a country that we love so much. And we love being here. This is our second time in Germany now. The first time we're only here for about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, something like that.
And the fact that we get to spend a few weeks here is just awesome. We're traveling around the entire country, seeing every little bit of it that we can. And it's amazing. And the fact that the more music we get out there, things are happening even more, and we get to do it with our best friends. It's great.
We've learnt a lot about each other.
We
I can say that much. We spend 24 hours a day with each other. So that's another thing. You get to see each other behind the scenes and learn as much as you can about your best friends. And, it's exciting. We all have little things about each other, but it's a beautiful experience.
So I can see you like each other very much.
We love each other. We love each other.
Joshy.
And you have a lot of time to get to know each other better than before. But is there anything you don't like about the other one?
I got my list about...
Just let me pull out my whole manuscript.
Well, where can I get started?
Okay, how much time do we have?
Where do you finish?
Yeah. Okay, well, let me see. If I had to pick... no, there really isn't much to not like about Josh. He's
mate.
He's the sweetest dude, and what you see is what you get with him. So he does tell me to stop playing piano when I'm playing piano a lot.
It's not that I don't like it, I swear.
When everyone's getting ready, I feel like I'm giving everyone vibey warm-up tunes and everything just to smooth the mood, but Josh doesn't like it and tells me to stop playing.
I had a feeling you were going to bring this up, and it's not because I don't love your piano playing. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But when Sammy's trying to tune his guitar, and you've got all these different notes and all these different melodies coming through, it's everyone loves it so much that they don't want to say anything, but it's I've been dealing with this for years. I can finally say it. But exact same thing with Stephen. There's very little that I don't like about him. I love this man to the moon and back. But if there was one thing I could change, one thing, and he knows what I'm going to say. He knows what I'm going to say. It's his stomach, how he reacts to dairy. I'm not going to go into details as to how his body reacts to it, but let's just say dairy and him do not go well.
Okay.
Yes.
It's good that we know that.
And it doesn't stop me.
It really doesn't.
I like food too much.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, it's a lot of fun, but what's the most difficult thing to, being on the road, being on tour, and what do you miss most?
You go first, my friend.
I think definitely something that is hard to get used to is the lack of, every day is different, and you're moving from place to place. You don't actually settle down anywhere. Staying in different places every night, and the definite change in lifestyle is something that you get used to, being on the road. But it definitely is made easier once you start having that sort of system. When you're touring or doing this, you sort of get into the system of doing things. I think you definitely miss family and friends back home. That's always going to be something. It's great that we have that real friend vibe, and I think tour would be a lot harder if you didn't have a sense of humor.
Oh yeah.
With you, that's like when people ask like what is the most necessary thing to bring on tour? It's like you got to bring a sense of humor, because if you can't have that, I think everything else just gets a lot very tense. And humor is the one thing which, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling tired, if you're just, questioning sort of what's happening at the time, it's just like the boys are always here to pick each other up.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. And you know what? Another thing, for any new bands out there, bring a sense of humor on tour and bring your instruments.
Bring instruments.
Because without those, you're kind of in trouble.
That is definitely.
But that's pretty.
That is a dad joke and a half. If I haven't heard it.
No. We spend a lot of time with each other. We do. But yeah, that's essentially it. So I think sometimes we guilt ourselves a bit because we wish we could contact family and stuff more because we're so busy. But that's definitely the main thing on tour for sure.
So you said it's very important to have humor and the instruments and the songs. So
of course, yes. Number 3, trifecta.
Yeah. Summer is a curse. Can you give us a picture or a situation to get an idea of what's the song about?
Yeah, so we wrote that song in the summertime in Los Angeles when we were there. So the picture is this imagine just like the most amazing studio.
Calabasas.
Ever. We're in Calabasas, and it's a really nice smelling room. that room has a scent to it, which is just like unlike any other. Like I'm really in the imagery now, and I don't know what it is, but it's something.
I'm smelling the varnish.
We're smelling the varnish, and it's incredible. Oh. And so we're in this room, and we're thinking we have an idea for this song, which is about the present moment in time, where we're in this moment where it's sort of like the make or break for our entire future. Like it's like exactly what we want to be doing. But if we don't step up to the table and, write the best songs that we can, like this could be the last time that we're in this amazing studio writing this music. But on the other hand, it's the complete opposite, where if we write like amazing songs, if we really give it our all, like this could be the very start of what would be many recording studios and like the very start of something that we couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
And that's where Summer is the Curse was born. And like the whole title of Summer is the Curse is that summer is going to live with us forever, whether it be good or bad. Like that pivotal moment is going to be the basis of everything. And, we wrote that song, and it's the reason why we're here talking today, which is incredible. Like I would have never have thought that we'd be in this, amazing country in that moment in time that song would take us here, and it's a beautiful thought.
It really is. It really is. It's like that perfect little thing. It's like, you got to put everything into it, or if you don't, either way, it's going to live with us forever. I couldn't picture it any better. That was a perfect picture, Stephen.
Thank you.
Perfect. You painted it. Painted it, in fact.
Normally, I can't paint very well, but I'll paint with my words.
But in your mind and with your words, it works out
yes,
perfectly.
exactly.
So most of the German people know Australia from television, I have to say. Every January, some more or less famous guys go into the jungle. You know it from I'm a celebrity, get out of here.
Get me out of here.
Can you give us a better idea of Australia?
Well, the exact opposite of that, that is not Australia, It's like, I feel like I've said this almost every radio interview, kangaroos don't run through the streets of the city, koalas don't attack you out of trees, Australia is actually, especially Perth, it's actually a pretty progressive modern place most of the time. And I think, celebrity get me out of here. I mean, come on, is that really where people get the Australian perspective? I was expecting like Crocodile Dundee or like Shrimp on the Barbie or anything like. Celebrity get me out. The times have changed. Steve.
Times have really changed.
Very much
it's
changed.
hard.
Yeah.
I know.
But we have great beaches. That's a good thing as well.
In Perth as well. Perth. No, there's not much going on about Perth. Not many artists go there when they're touring. Not many artists go to Perth, and that's okay. It's a long flight. We get it.
We do understand.
We understand. But if they want the best beaches in Australia, they'll come to Perth because it's awesome. We have great weather for it. It's barely ever cold. You just lie on the beach, get a nice tan. There's some really nice food spots around our beaches.
That is true.
There's this one spot which is my favourite. And it's called Annalakshmi, and it's a place where it's like this Indian vegetarian food, and it's all based off donations. You just go in there, donate however much money you want, and eat. And that's a special place where I used to go. Like, I don't know, I sort of get on my tangents when I talk, but every time I would go to the beach, when I was in high school, every time I go to the beach with my friends, I would go there afterwards. Yeah.
That place is good. I thought he was going to mention the waffle place that you always go to with Campbell.
Oh, there is also a waffle place I always go after the gym.
But he picked the right one.
It's sort of, you know, catch-22. We go to the gym so that we can eat waffles, but then because we eat waffles, we need to go to the gym.
So I think there are many reasons to go to Australia on a vacation.
Of course.
Maybe next year, because the vacation over here ends this week, and the kids and stuff have to go back to school and so on. So how were you when you were in school back then? Do you remember funny things? I guess you have to have some funny things you did.
Yeah, I've got a few. I actually love school. I was a massive study nerd when I was in high school. Well, especially when I started. When I started, I was so quiet. I don't even think I spoke to Josh in the first couple of years of high school. I was very quiet in years 8 and 9. Then I started getting out of my shell. Started being involved with a lot more things, and then to the point where we were so out of our shell that Josh and I, so for school we have this yeah, it's coming out. For school we have this final assembly, so it's the year 12s before they graduate have the choice. They can get up and perform and do whatever in front of the school, and this is quite big school.
Whatever you want.
1,400 people. And Josh, myself, and a bunch of our friends did this whole choreographed lip sync dance routine to Bet on It from High School Musical 3, and it was pretty. We worked really hard on this.
We had golf clubs.
We had golf clubs. It was
for months,
every lunchtime, and we would go into the dance center, and then the dance teachers would just be laughing their heads off. They were losing it. And but we were like, no, we're going to do this.
Hey, joke's on them. We still did better than half the dancers there. So
yeah,
take that.
That was pretty fun.
We have to find that video. Our fans are really, really good at finding things, and if any of them find that, I'd be stoked. We have to see that again.
That video needs to be somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, that was probably one of the greatest moments in high school for sure. I mean, me and Stephen had done a few musical performances and stuff like that together in school, but that took the cake for sure.
So I hope you will find this video. I want to see it.
I've tried. I can't find it. So
surprisingly, I've struggled. I've tried a few times, but who knows? The fans are so good.
They really are. They should work for the government. So good.
If anyone can find those videos, I think they can. So the challenge is out there.
Yeah.
So we talked a bit about the past and the moment. What about the future? I think there is a tour about to come and a new single. What else?
Yes, we had a new single come out on Friday, which is very exciting. And also this Friday we have our EP coming out, our first EP ever as the Faim.
It's going to be
very, very
sick.
Exciting. Cannot wait. And we've got a tour coming up with Against the Current, and that starts on the 5th of October.
I think, or the tour. We're in Germany on the 15th.
In Cologne, yes, it's in the 5th of October.
Boom.
Oh, he's right.
Boom, that's right.
I couldn't be more wrong.
That's right. No, you're fine. That's all right, mate. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, it's very, very exciting. Cannot wait. I think it goes to... How many weeks does it go for?
It's about a month-long tour,
yeah.
but we're in Germany for 5 shows.
Yeah, so Frankfurt, Berlin.
Yeah, I think
Munich. Munich as well. And Hamburg.
Potentially.
If
you see it on ours,
the dates are
it'll be on the social media everywhere.
Yeah. But no, we're very, very excited. And, we're just happy to be playing music. At the end of the day, as long as we're on stage, playing the music that we love to people who are willing to listen, that's all we've ever wanted since we started the band. And it's nice to just relive that dream every single day.
I think they will be very happy to see you on stage. Why did you choose an EP and not an LP to come out?
Well, because we're evil. There's never going to be an album. No, it's just we really wanted our album to be as special as possible. And we were just writing so many songs, and we're growing and developing so much day by day. And we just wanted to. When we release an album, we really want to just be definite about every single song that is on that album. And with this EP coming up as well, we were very, very selective about the songs that we've chosen, and we're very passionate about these songs.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time, really. So, but it will be coming.
Yeah,
It will be
exactly.
coming.
Like there's no rush when like we
Exactly.
see that there's no
No
rush
rush.
with these things, and you know we don't just release songs for the sake of releasing songs. Like everything that we put out, you know, everything that we perform,
Has a
everything that we
purpose.
write has a purpose and it tells a story. And we really want like the story of the Faim to be something which we are so proud of, and we want to release that like as we go.
Yeah.
And so like there's no better way to hype an album than with more music, which is an EP.
Exactly.
So we've got this collection of songs that we're absolutely stoked with. We have a lot more songs that we've written, and you know, anyone that's seen us live before knows that. I think everyone's asking for their couple of favorite songs that might not be on the EP, and you know, they all will be coming out, and you know, we can't wait to share all of it with everyone. We're just taking the steps that we feel, you know, is best for us and best for the band, and the album will be there, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
And that's another thing. If you want to hear some new songs, come down to the shows.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
we'll be playing
that's
some
it.
new
We can
songs
definitely play
that
more
won't
than
be on the EP.
six songs
Yeah,
at the show.
definitely. We swear we've written more than 6 songs. We've written a lot of songs. So.
I've actually been asked before by someone. Well, actually, a lot of people. They're like, "You've only got 3 songs out. How do you play live? You just play all covers."
We just stretch it out. We slow the tempo down a lot. Just drag it out.
Play really, really slowly.
I end up singing like opera. And I'm just like, hey, it works. You know?
Yeah, maybe you should try.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay, now I have just 2 tiny things left.
Sure.
11 quick questions and 11 quick answers for our morning crew.
Sure.
All right. We're ready.
Ready, okay.
So should we just fire like one each? You go bang, bang,
Bang,
bang,
bang,
bang,
bang. Okay.
like that? Perfect.
Okay, you go first. That's typical for us as Australians.
Sorry?
That's typical for us as Australians.
G'day, mate.
The first thing I do after leaving stage.
Go to the merch desk.
The last song I sang under the shower.
Oh, it happened in Monterey, Frank Sinatra.
If Josh was a superhero, that's his superpower.
Mind reading.
Which Australian animal is Steven?
Oh, koala.
The most terrible thing I've ever eaten.
Oh gosh. The most
Here we go.
terrible thing I've ever eaten. Sean's cooking.
This fan will ever stay in our heads.
Matthew, I always mess up his last name. I think it's Kukut, but I always mess up his last name. But he made this very, very special book for a song called Make Believe at Slam Dunk Festival, and I'll remember that forever.
You told me about a German food. What's your favorite food, German food again?
It was a plum crumble
Pie.
thing.
Plum crumble pie.
Things I do for better sleep.
Meditate.
The last time I called my mom or my dad.
Yesterday.
The Faim in 3 words.
Original, energetic, and...
Real.
Something really bad. Yeah, I was going to say real.
Humor.
I almost said something very bad. I did not.